Laying pavers is a great way to enhance your outdoor living space, transforming it from this to this. Hey, I'm Josh, and this is how to lay pavers, so let's get into it. First, let's begin to plan out the area. We're doing a straight lay, so we need to measure the length and width of the area and divide the size of the pavers. In our case, the space is 4.5 metres by 2 metres, and we're using pavers that are 400mm square. This means lengthways we'll be using 12 pavers, but we need to cut our first paver to balance the space and ensure we don't end up with a really small paver at one end. Set up a string line to guide your first row of pavers. Secure it with a nail at each end, keeping it aligned with the first edge of your first paver. Now comes the fun part, laying your pavers. Lay your pavers down in your desired pattern along the string line. As you go, make sure to regularly check that your first row is straight by using the string line as a guide. Depending on your layout, you may need to cut your first paver. Place each paver firmly into the sand, tapping them gently with a rubber mallet to ensure they are seated properly. Keep a small gap, about 3mm, between each paver for jointing sand later on. Some pavers have a built-in nib to help ensure an even gap. Once your first row is laid, it's time to lay the first row running 90 degrees from the row you've just laid. Lay a paver in the corner and double check that it's square using a builder's square. Now that you've laid your first 2 rows of pavers, it's time to fill in the rest, working your way out. Keep checking your pavers as you go to ensure they stay straight. If your pavers have no structure next to it, you'll need to haunch the side using a mortar mix. Haunching is the process where you taper a decent amount of mortar against the pavers on a 45-degree angle, making sure you keep it down from the top of the paver. This helps to lock in your pavers and avoid movement over time. Once all the pavers are in place, it's time to fill the gaps. Sweep fine sand or paver jointing sand into the gaps between the pavers. For a stronger finish, you can lightly water the sand into the joints to help it settle. You may need to top up the sand over the next few days as it settles into the gaps. And there you have it, a beautifully paved area that's both functional and stylish. If you liked this video, make sure to check out our other instructional guides. We've got plenty of DIY advice online to help tackle your next project with confidence.